Going to do a little circular movement in this restorative day today. So when you're breathing, just think of it coming up the front body and then down the back body. So it's just circling through our upper body and then all the way down the base of the spine. And then again, you'll start from the base of the spine, moving up the front body. Nice big inhale. Expanding, exhale, letting go. And a few more. So these circular motions really have no beginning and no end. And they circulate the energy through your body. So we can feel it energizing and maybe calming the body, the nervous system. And as the exhale moves down your back body, like what do you want to let go of? Just let it go down the back. And then coming up the front, bring in whatever energy you need today, be it calmness, patience, strength, whatever you need. Breathe it in. Let anything go that doesn't serve you. So how simple that can be. We just think about letting go. And let's go ahead and join the palms coming to the heart. And just pausing here, bringing a good thought to the mind, to the heart. Just to maybe let go of any negative thoughts. Our brains always go right to the negative, so we have to work on positive. And then press just a little deeper in and up. So with our hearts lifted and the mind open, lower the head to your heart. Go ahead and release the hands. And we're going to start right in with these circles. So option here, you can do a full circle, listening to your neck here. And if you'd rather do the half, you go to one side, lift up. Coming back in and down. But if it feels good, just go that full range, but just be aware, mindful of anything going on in that cervical spine. So movement is good, but always carefully. You might hear sounds, that's very normal. It can be air and just things popping in there. So if you've been going one direction, let's go ahead and change that. Thinking about seeing these circles in front of you. So sometimes I think of the clock going up to 12, I'm going to 9, down to 6, and back over to 3. And then pause in stillness. So after you find all the circles, you want to just stop and notice any sensations that built up in your body, being okay with it. And then bring the palms together again. And so now just circling your hands, your wrist. So I'm going quite small right now, but if you want to put more into it, take the body with the hands, with the arms. So up to you. You can always start small and then build up, or start big and make it smaller. So always remember your practice, your body. So move in that best way that you can. And again, I've been going that one way, so I'm going to switch it around the other way. Maybe go a little smaller. And just moving that energy circulating through our bodies today. And then again, pause in stillness. Notice how that felt. And then bringing the palms up. So if your forearms come together, you can push them together or leave them slightly apart. But we're going to raise up. So this will be getting into your shoulders, and you're going to open, pressing back, and then the elbows lower, and then they'll come around to the front. You can add breath here. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, open and lower. Coming through that center part again. Inhale. Exhale, open. Pull them back as much as you like. So again, this, you should be feeling in your shoulder area. And then just pull the elbows slightly behind you, and then inhale, reach out, and exhale, bending, kind of pulling them back. Inhale, expand, exhale, contract. Inhale, open. Lower that left hand and bring the right arm up. Can you circle that right wrist a few times? So kind of relaxing that left shoulder and arm and getting into the wrist. And of course, reverse. I'm not counting. I just do it till I feel like, okay, time to change that up. And go ahead and pull all the way up. Bring that hand to your shoulder and let the elbow circle. Again, you'll feel it in your shoulders too. Trying to just keep the head in a natural place here so it's not leaning. And reverse that circle too. Okay, release back down. Let's take the left arm up and over and find a nice circle in your wrist, trying to go that full range and maybe slow it down so you can feel, if you have any problem in the wrist, this might tell you where it is, and then be careful there. Reverse that too. As you come up, find that shoulder and circle at the elbow. Reverse that, circle around. And lower that arm, just feel the shoulders relaxing, feel the neck, all that movement we did already, wrist, elbow, shoulders, neck. Circulate the breath again, breathing up the front body, down the back body. We're going to transition to our hands and knees, and then we'll make our way to our back. So just so you know where I'm going here today. So if you need to pad your knees or if you need to move your screen so you can see. So find that good alignment, hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips, and a couple cat-cows. So you can tuck the chin and tuck your toes. Exhale, really round that back up. Inhale, lifting the heart, lifting the tailbone. Move through at your own pace here. A few more cat and cows. Exhaling, rounding up. Inhale. And we can add circles here. I'm going to go to the right, so let the hips press out, push them back over to the other side, slightly forward. So feel that good rotation in your hips. Now, this could be small, so you could just do little circles or all the way around. See what feels best. And when you're ready, reverse that circle other way. And go ahead, take a moment in child's pose. Arms forward or back behind you, or one front, one back. Or if you need to rest your head. So, finding your favorite child's pose. And again, just feel the breath, feel the movement. What happens when the movement stops? How does the mind and the body feel about that? And walk the hands forward, coming back up. So the body's going to move here, but almost feel more of this rotation in your shoulders this time. I know the whole body, it probably looks like I'm doing the same thing, but I'm trying to isolate in the upper body this time. So shoulders. It's hard not to move the rest of the body here, but if you just focus and think about it, you'll feel a little more. And if this is hard on the wrist, make a fist here. You don't have to get down into the wrist too much. And reverse. And one more, child's pose, stretch it out. And we're going to make our way onto our backs here. So, whatever feels the best way for you. If you have a strap, you might need that here today. You can do without, but if you have one, have that close by. And you can support your head. If I do bridge pose, we have to move that. So as you make your way down, go ahead and pull those knees in. Just give yourself a little rock here, side to side. And taking the right leg up, the right foot up. So you can hold here with your hands or with a strap, and you're going to get to your ankle here. So I know if you practice with me, I just find these so beneficial for the leg, the knees, the hips. So take your time. I try to do 8 to 10, so if you can count that out for yourself. And again, really make that full range. So slower is always better than just spinning it around. You're going to really feel anything going on. And, if you have an issue with this leg, with the knee, the hip, it might show up right here in your ankle. So you might have trouble turning inward or finding that external rotation. And it's all connected again. And, make sure you do both ways. And I really try to do these every day. So if you find yourself sitting in a Zoom meeting and no one can see, and then of course flex and stretch it too. In this one, I like to articulate my foot. I can't see, but it's cold up here. I got to keep my socks on today. But think about really pushing through the ball of the foot and then reach with the toes and coming back, bring the toes, press into the ball of the foot, press that heel to the ceiling. It's articulating the bottom of your foot like we articulate our spine in bridge pose. So our bottom of the foot kind of resembles the spine. We have an arch, or we may have a flatter foot, just like our spines. Okay, now let that relax. Let the leg bend. So the foot and ankle are relaxed, and you want to focus on your knee. And I know the hip is moving. It's really hard to you can't move your knee without the whole leg going. So if it helps, you can put your finger on it to just guide it around, and just imagine you're drawing a circle on your ceiling there. So it's a nice even circle. You're not going too far one way. And reverse that. Really let the foot and the ankle hang out here as the knee makes your movement today. All right, now we'll get more into the hip. And this is where if you have a strap, you can use it. If not, you're fine without. And I am going to just hold with my right hand here, and I'm going to extend out through my left leg. I like a big circle here, but again, you choose. So you can start by going out, but if it pulls you over, then you've gone too far. So find where can I go, and then lower it and pull it. So you want to go full range across the body and up towards you. So taking it out, down, and around. If this is way too much for your hip, make it smaller or medium size. I know I'm really going way out because it really feels good on my hips, but that might not be for you. So important to listen to our bodies. Hope you get out to enjoy our beautiful snowfall. We did a little sled riding in my front yard, and my dog did not like that, but she liked running through it. But it's so beautiful. I know it's hard that we're stuck in. Let's reverse it. But with that sun out today, hopefully some of this will start to melt. We can get back out. But so rare for us to have this. It's so beautiful. I'm so grateful that we can still practice together. All right. Now, I felt like I did more the other way. Let's do a couple more in this reverse. And then we'll pause for a nice hamstring stretch, which you're getting as you move here. But there's nothing like just stationary hold here. So arms, they can be up or down by your side. Give a good flex to the foot and you'll feel more. If you have to lower the leg, find that perfect spot for you. And notice the stillness in the hips, the ankle, the knee joint. So finding that movement and then finding stillness. But the breath keeps moving, cycling in and out the breath. All right, we're going to release the strap for that leg. You can leave it bent or straight as you pull that left leg in. You can hold with your hands or if you need the strap behind your thigh, and we'll get into this left ankle. Same thing, feel your circle, noticing if there's any kind of little tight areas that the foot doesn't want to move as much. Kind of compare it to your right foot. Yeah, and I know you could do these all together, but I like to really focus on one side at a time. Because when you get going all together, sometimes you don't feel, I can really tell a difference in this left ankle. It doesn't have as much movement. And of course, if you've had an injury, if you broke your ankle, that's really going to show up here. And reverse it. And, if it's painful, especially if you've had an injury, just move baby steps here. So it could be just a little tiny circle, whatever you can get. And movement, so important though. And go ahead and get the flex and stretch in here. I'm hearing noises outside. We have some pretty big icicles on our house, and I think they're falling. All right, so let that relax and just bend. Let it hang and think about your knee starting these circles. So if you want to hold on to it or just visualize up above you, nice circle. And reverse that circle other way. And time to circle the whole leg now. If you have that strap, go ahead and reach it up. I like to just use one arm, but you're welcome to use both. Kind of that first pull out, you'll find out like, okay, that's probably as far as I need to go. And then of course, lower, cross it over, pull back up. And if you want to connect, I know I haven't been connecting the breath here. Inhale out and down and exhale to pull up. That works for me. Of course, you might use a different breath pattern there. And time to reverse it. So you'll cross over, lower, pull that out and up. Remember, it can be smaller. You know, we probably should have tried a few smaller ones to see. You know, sometimes when I do this, I go from like big and then I start to decrease the size. So I know I didn't do that on the other side, but you could try that with this leg. Okay, just enjoy that big movement. My body doesn't want to stop and slow it down to a smaller circle. So you end up with just that little circle, which these little circles are like, there's a good reason to practice them. It's a work of stabilizing the body. So I know when we're going big, you have to stabilize, but when you do these little circles, they actually work on your multifidi, which are those little muscles in between the vertebrae. So this is one way to work those, are tiny circles. All right. So when we work the multifidi, we'll come back to those. But now let's pause for your hamstring stretch. So arms up or at the floor. The more you flex the foot, the more you're going to feel here. So listen to your body. You know, if it's cold and not warmed up enough to stretch, then soften your knee. Don't overdo it, or even move the leg away from you. So, I mean, we've warmed up a little, but with these cold temperatures, you want to take care of stretching a cold muscle. Really important to be warm. Just feel your breath again. Bring the awareness to the breath, the awareness to the muscle that you're stretching. The more we focus on what we're doing, the better benefits we'll get. So that importance of staying in the present moment, feeling our breath, feeling our bodies, listening to our bodies. Okay, we can let that strap go. Go ahead and bend both legs, and we'll do a little for the arms and shoulders again. So you're going to start with the arms beside you, and on the inhale, you'll open, reach overhead. On the exhale, the arms come through, and just go ahead and pull the knees in. And then you'll lower the knees, and again, inhale, circle the arms up and overhead. Exhale, you can pull the knees in as the arms come down. And then feet to the floor, inhale, up and overhead. Exhale, pulling in. A couple more here. Find that full range with your arms, your shoulders. And the reverse, you'll start with the knees in, and then you'll press them down. Or is that the same thing? I'm having trouble. My brain doesn't want to reverse this. Let's see. Okay. All right, here it is. Arms overhead, circle around, and then pull the knees in. As they lower, you'll go up overhead with your arms, circle around. So you'll pull in from when the arms come down, and then the arms go overhead, circle around, pulling in, and circle, and in, and one more, reach, and circle around. All right, let the legs go up, and the knees are soft here, crossing the right ankle, and then interlace the fingers. So we're going to circle arms and legs going towards the right. Again, small or big, find your best way here. Circling everything around. And just pause, stretching up, undo the hands, the feet, the ankles. So bear pose, you're really flexing feet and wrist, and then just relax. So let the hands do what they want, bend the knees a little. This is actually called dead bug when you kind of relax. And then again, inhale up into that bear pose. So flexing, stretching, and then exhale, dead bug. So kind of relax the arms, everything, and then power up again. Inhale, bear, exhale, bug. A couple more, press, and relax. One more, press, and relax. All right, interlace again. It'll be your left ankle on top, and then we'll start our circle going to the left. All right, and let's move through that bear and bug again. So the inhale, you're really activating everything, and then exhale, just relax. So move with your breath a few more times. Putting as much as you want into that. So I'm pressing my shoulders, I'm spreading my fingers, my toes, and then just let it all kind of hang, relax. All right, let everything come down. Let the arms rest by your side. Coming into that stillness. Notice any vibrations you might feel, any sensations in the joints. So that circling, really good for the wrist, ankles, knees. And we'll take the time here to do little hip openers. So cross that left ankle over the right, and just arms out from your shoulders so they're kind of out of the way. So thinking about your right foot here, roll to the outer edge of your right foot, and then coming through the center, roll to the inner edge of that right foot. So now that right foot is controlling this windshield wiper with a little hip opener at the same time. So just flowing from side to side. You can exhale as you drop. Inhale, use that foot to control this. Exhale, other side. So, you might feel like you can go farther, but if you think about the foot, you don't want to roll to the top of it. I know sometimes we do that, but just, being aware of how we can control things by focusing on a different part of our body. So it's foot and ankle is in control here today. One more to either side. And then pausing in the center. So you want to lift up enough so we can circle here. So I started to my right, keeping this shape of my legs and finding another circular motion. And going the other way. So this circle, you kind of want to feel, sometimes we do those pelvic clock movements. So on your sacrum right now, you're probably feeling it. It gives it a good massage here, but that's what you're kind of circling around the sacrum. So that just, again, gives you a body part to focus on. And release down, and then we'll take the twist. So now this right foot, you can just let it flop over because we want to feel the twist and not worry so much about the ankle. That knee can stay up or you can gently pull it down and just pause again in stillness. Taking a break from circling. And again, just feel what happens when we stop. And just knowing the breath keeps moving so we can stop the body, but your breath never stops. Constantly circulating through our bodies. We can slow it down or deepen it or speed it up, but it's always there. One more breath here. And bring everything back to the center. Let's switch it out. So now the right ankle will come up and this left foot will take us for a ride. So you can exhale, roll to the inner foot. Inhale to center. Exhale, outer foot. So you can't see that foot, but you can definitely feel it. And you know if you go too far, you kind of end up on a little of the top of the foot. So we're really trying to stay true to that inner and outer foot. Take that full exhale. There might be that little pause. So just hold it till the inhale comes back. And when you're ready to exhale, over it goes. Moving with your breath. Just notice if it feels any different when you focus on the foot doing the movement. And sometimes we do this real fast and just let them go side to side. So this is a little more exact movement for you today, where you have to focus and feel that foot, that ankle. All right, so coming to the center here, you can lift up And I started my circle to the left this time. And so feel this on that base of your spine, your sacrum. You're going to one side, slightly up, other side. So if you think of that clock again, going 12, 9, 6, and 3. It just gives a little different feel than to just let it go without thinking about that. And reverse it. And letting that left foot come down, we'll take the twist, legs will drop to your left. So now that foot can just roll in, whatever it wants to do. And knee up or pulling down. And again, notice being still, how it affects the mind. If it's hard for you to do or if it's easy. And don't judge. I always find it hard to stop moving, and I'm working on being still. So we're all different, and part of that is our doshas. So there's 3 of them: Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Kapha people love to be still. I'm a little Vata. Vata likes movement. Pitta, I can't remember. I know they don't like to be hot. I think they like to move also. Anyways, if you have nothing to do, you can Google doshas, and you can take a little test online, and it'll tell you. And it's good to know there's like certain foods that are good for you. I know a lot about Vata because that's what I am. And pull it back around. So like I should cook my vegetables, eat warm foods. All right, so here we are. But someday I'd like to do a workshop on that. So we'll kind of keep that in mind here. A couple of bridges. So, we've done a lot of circling. Let's just go straight up and down. So whatever you want to do with your arms, you can leave them by your side or stretch them overhead. Using the breath here, you'll exhale on when you move, and you'll inhale on the holds. So just make sure your feet are well planted. You have good alignment here. Going as high as you want. We will hold it after a few flows. So keep it flowing for now, or unless you really want to just hold it. There's nothing wrong with that. The movement, I always feel, is good before you hold. So again, this room is getting cold for me up here, but the movement warms your body up. So you need those muscles warm before you try and hold any strength building poses too. So possibly we're ready to pause and hold it. I do like robot arms when I hold. Gets my chest lifted a little higher. And feel what works here. I like to start at my feet, feel well connected through that whole foot, moving up through those strong ankle joints. Feel the shins, the calves, moving through your knee joint. Hopefully they feel okay. So sometimes if you're too far away or too close in with your feet, you'll feel the knee joint. So, you can always adjust if you have pain there. Feel the strength of the upper thigh, the front, the back, all around that hip joint. Those muscles are pulling in to hold you up here. So it's a great strength builder. If you feel like weak in your hips or hamstrings, they have to work to hold you up. I like to stretch the core here. A nice lift of my chest, feeling my shoulders pressing into the floor. And I'm really pushing through my triceps today too. Spreading the fingers, lots of energy in this holding bridge. The chin is tucked, so you never want to move your head here. Just close the eyes. Feel the strength in your body. And then slowly let it all come down, melt into the floor. Let the arms go. All right, we are going to roll onto one side, and I'll kind of let you choose so that you can still see me. And if you want to support your head on a blanket, you can do that. So the legs are stacked, the arms are stacked, and we'll find a twist here. So inhaling, let's try the circle version. If it bothers your shoulder, go back to this version. So the circle, you'll reach overhead on the inhale, and then you'll start to roll on over on the exhale. And then pause here, breathe in, breathe out. And then when you're ready, the arm will come down towards the lower body, inhale, and exhale back around. And again, inhale over your head. So if you feel it in your shoulder, hold your shoulder instead of having that long arm. Exhale to open up, and a big breath in and out when you're in your twist. And when you're ready, inhale the arm down, exhale back around. Inhale, reach, exhale, take your time, rolling, opening, pausing to breathe in and out. Inhale the arm down, bringing it around. We're going to reverse it, so you'll inhale the arm down, exhale, open. Breathe in and out. And then the arm will start to come up. Inhale. Exhale back around. Another one that way. Inhale. Exhale, open. Hold it. Inhale up. Exhale, back around. One more. Inhale, arm. Exhale, open it. Hold. Inhale, up. Exhale, over. Now take the arm straight up and inhale overhead, leg stretches out, big side opening. Exhale, you can pull that knee in and inhale, open. Exhale, pull it in. One more. Inhale, open. And exhale, in. All right, we're going to go to the other side. So I'm going to flip around. So I'm still facing this camera, but you know where I'm going, so don't have to keep your eye on the screen. Legs are stacked, arms are stacked, and remember, if this hurts your shoulder, go straight up and over. If that's circling, if I've overdone the circles, you don't have to do it. Inhale, overhead if you're circling. Exhale, opening. And hold, breathe in, breathe out. And inhale down, exhale around. And again, reach, open. Bringing the arm down and around. Last one this way. Inhale, exhale, open. You know, you could stay here longer too. This is a great twist and a good stretch, so I don't mean to rush you through it. You could take a few breaths there and then come around. And then we're going to reverse that circling, so we'll be going down and then open. And again, stay as long as you want. A good twisting sensation for the body. So the legs are pretty much stationary. And that arm and shoulder is moving you around. And just one more, I think I lost track. Okay, let's get that side stretch in. So reach the arm up. You'll inhale overhead, stretch out, and exhale. You can just hold here or pull that knee in. You could even lift the head and get a little chin tuck there. Stretch it out. Pull it in. Stretch it out. And pull it in. All right, release everything down. I'm going to just have you roll onto your back here. And just go ahead and pull both knees in. Give yourself a gentle rock side to side, feeling either side of your spine here. And holding on behind the legs, reaching the feet to a happy baby. You can hold the thighs or reach up for your feet. If that baby needs to rock a little, it's a soothing movement for the mind, the body. Nothing better than rocking a little baby. So allow the body to move when it desires to move, and come to stillness when it's ready. And just one more kind of inversion, taking those legs up. They can be out wide together, whichever feels best for you. And let's take the feet to the floor. You could leave the legs bent or straight. So just one last movement before you stop all movement. And this is really good. I mean, it's kind of like when we started, but you can feel this on if you're on your back here. So you think of your nose as the hands on a clock. You go up to 12, over to 3, down to 6, over to 9. So I try not to make these really big. Smaller is actually better for that cervical spine as you go around your clock. So you feel that on the back of your skull, but very therapeutic for the neck. And of course, counterclockwise your clock. I always think of little kids probably don't know how to tell time. I mean, how many of you have clocks in your house anymore? Just remember back in the day, in our schoolroom, that big clock, and we were always learning about it. So kind of sad. Our kids don't have that. All right, so be on the back of the skull, just tip to 6 and then lift to 12. It's getting a little back and forth here. And then go from 3 to 9. And then let that clock stop. Let your body stop. Find a few moments here of stillness. So probably a little more movement than I usually do in gentle yoga. But just find the circular movement. It just brings a different energy to your body. Maybe something that we need when we're stuck in the house. But let the body settle. Let it find a good place to let go of all that movement, all that circling around, and just feel held up by the floor below you. Letting gravity come in here, releasing the body, the mind. Just feel the breath smoothly moving through now. Smooth breath in, smooth breath out. Heavy legs, heavy arms. Front body releasing into the back body. Truly letting go. And we will bring some movement back. Let the head start again, side to side. Finding the fingers, the hands, moving down to the feet. And go ahead and make your way to one side. And slowly finding that seated position. Finding that center place at our heart again. Being thankful for what we have, what we're able to practice. Thankful for the beautiful snowfall, even though it keeps us indoors. Thankful, I hope that you have a warm house and that we have water, but remember, boil before you drink. And have a wonderful day. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today.